So you can see that the key mechanism with the key in it goes into the crank mechanism, and it should slide in all the way. So it's just a little bit below the surface, and you can turn the key freely, and you can actually pull the key out in these positions, and it won't turn left or right, so it's locked. Put the key back in, and you can turn this mechanism to the right. So it's basically a 90-degree turn to crank the window up or down and turn it back, and it's locked. You can pull the key out, and then the mechanism just spins freely. If you don't have any of the internal components in, the spring and the pawl, then you can actually pull this key mechanism right out. So removing the spring and the pawl is important if you're going to try and change out this key lock. Alright, so here we go with the spring and the pawl. So we grab the spring and the pawl, and we slide the key lock mechanism out just a little bit. So we're going to slide it out about that far, and then we're going to insert the spring and the pawl. So the spring and the pawl has a hole on one side, and it's also fatter on one side. You can see it's thin on the left side, and it's a little bit fatter on the right side. And that portion with the gap in it goes towards the key. So now we'll go ahead and slip it inside the mechanism. Spring, pawl, notice the gap. It goes in to the mechanism, like so. I tried this about 50 times when it wasn't deburred, and it didn't work. I was very frustrated. So now we push it in a little bit past flush, and we turn our key. Oh, and then it flies out, just like that. And then you can find the spring and the pawl mechanism on the floor somewhere, which I have successfully located them very quickly. Put them back together and try this operation one more time. So here we go, spring and pawl. The idea is to be able to get the key in all the way. And so we're going to put the spring and the pawl in. We have to pull the key out just a little bit so we can slide it in, push the spring and the pawl. You can see that, so it's just past flush. And there we go. Push it kind of deep in there. Now the key goes all the way in, seated all the way in. Now we can turn it. There. Look at that. And as you can see, the mechanism works like this. When you have the key in this position, and the key won't turn backwards anymore, by the way, you would have to push the pawl in. You'd have to push the pawl in order to turn the key counterclockwise and pull the whole key assembly and lock assembly out. So if you're disassembling this unit, if that's your problem, that you're trying to get it apart, push this pawl deeper into the mechanism, and then turn the key counterclockwise, and you can pull the whole locking mechanism out. It's better than beating the whole thing to death with a hammer and trying to get it out that way. So basically, as I was showing you, this mechanism works like this. The clutch will slip over the top of the mechanism like this, and we'll put that little circlip right there to hold the clutch on there. And as you can see, when I turn the key, right now this spins freely. Well, let me turn the key out correctly. It spins freely. Okay, so no one can crank on your truck window and get into your vehicle, because it just spins around. If I turn the key, though, you can see the pawl go out, and now the clutch is locked, and that handle right here will turn that mechanism that's attached to the window regulator inside the tailgate, and the whole thing will go up and down. The whole window will go up and down. So that's it. I hope this helps you. Like I said, it took me a couple of days to figure out that I needed to trim the inside piece. So that wasn't very much fun. But once that was discovered, then it worked out much better. So thank you for your attention. I look forward to seeing your comments, and have a great day, and good luck with your M1009 or civilian blazer.